Top 10 Richest Countries in 2021. Like and subscribe, and we'll send you on an all-expense-paid trip to the largest country in Antarctica. And be sure to stay to the end of the video to see the richest country in the world. Number 10. Hong Kong. This former colony of Great Britain is now a special administrative region of China, which begs the question, is it an independent country? This is apparently the case, as the whole world in general treats it as one. It is one of Asia's financial hubs, ranking number 4 out of the world's 190 economies in the Ease of Doing Business Index that the World Bank periodically compiles. A popular destination for startups, Hong Kong is open to foreigners owning 100% of their businesses despite the absence of citizenship. It is also home to the largest number of ultra-high net worth, 30 million at the least, people in the world. Number 9. Kuwait. Ninth in our top 10 richest countries in the world list, this small Arab nation is known for having a petroleum-based economy, with petroleum-based products accounting for 95% of its exports. It therefore does not come as a surprise that Kuwait's GDP per capita has reached $66,980, spiking by 1.9% from the previous year. The country is not only the 9th richest in the world, but it is also one of the wealthiest among Gulf Cooperation Council member states, second only to Qatar. But the fact that the country sits on around 10% of the world's petroleum reserves has kept it from exploring other revenue sources. But now, in fact, it is seeking to diversify into other potential income sources in preparation for the future. Number 8. United Arab Emirates. Another Middle Eastern country that relies heavily on petroleum revenues. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, also benefits from income derived from its telecommunications and services sector. It does not rest on its laurels, despite being among the world's most wealthy nations. It has been diversifying its income sources, betting on industries that have high yield potential. This move has immensely benefited the national economy, with the tourist trade helping the economy through the 2007-2009 world financial crisis. Sound economic policy has indeed been sustaining the UAE, resulting in a 2.4% increase in its GDP per capita, which now stands at $70,262. Number 7. Norway. A prominent country in Scandinavia, Norway is gifted with both beauty and charm, not to mention a rich economy. In fact, its GDP per capita has expanded by 3.1% in 2018, reaching a staggering $74,318. Industrialization has greatly contributed to the country's economic growth, with activities such as natural resource and petroleum exploration and fishing contributing in bulk to the economy. Known for its impeccable living standards, Norway's monetary policy is of an independent nature, which has apparently been working to its advantage given its high productivity, state-sponsored health care, and negligible unemployment rate. Number 6. Ireland. A land known for weaning great writers and its lovely tourist spots, Ireland has evolved into one of the most affluent nations in the world. It has one of the highest living standards worldwide thanks to its robust economy, which is primarily driven by trade and investment specifically. Ireland's GDP per capita has increased by 6.1%, reaching $77,670. Despite peaking in 2008, Ireland's economic growth remains the envy of other countries. The entry of foreign investors like Microsoft, Google, and Apple has transformed the country into an exporter of medical, electrical, and computer equipment. Also contributing to its economic growth are its pharmaceutical and chemical industries, along with natural resources such as fisheries, minerals, and timber. Number 5. Brunei Darussalam. This small Southeast Asian nation is populated by only 400,000 people, but don't let its size fool you. Brunei Darussalam has consistently made it to the top 10 richest countries in the world in recent years. This year, the country holds the number 5 spot with a GDP per capita of $81,612, up 3.1% from 2017. This robust Southeast Asian economy is heavily dependent on its oil and natural gas production, which supports more than half of its GDP. This is further reinforced with income from its investments overseas and local production. Brunei, however, is starting to diversify its economy by investing in other sectors. The strong economy is reflected in the government subsidy of food and housing and provision of free health care to its people. Number 4. Singapore. This cosmopolitan city-state of 5.612 million people is known as the wealthiest nation in Asia and by far fourth in the whole world, with a GDP per capita of $98,255, a 4.4% increase from 2017. Despite its minuscule size, lack of natural resources, and agricultural land, it has managed to amass wealth that other countries only dream of. Singapore's economy continues to grow, driven primarily by foreign investments and trade. The largest economic sectors include banking, shipbuilding, and electronics. Dubbed as the most expensive country in the world, Singapore has been living up to its reputation as its economy expanded by 3.9% during the second quarter of 2018 alone. Much of this has been attributed to the country's liberal economic policy and multicultural economy. Although the financial services sector remains as the backbone of the country's economy, its services and manufacturing industries have consistently contributed to its economic standing. Number 3. Luxembourg. This small European nation is known for its majestic castles, delectable cuisines, and being the last Grand Duchy in the world. But the country more than makes up for its size with a strong economy. Luxembourg ranks third on our list of the top 10 richest countries in the world. The country has posted a GDP per capita of $109,199, an increase of 3.9% from last year. Its diverse natural resources are seen as the main driver of Luxembourg's economic growth, with the steel, industrial, and banking segments as its leading revenue generators. It has also been attracting banks from around the globe owing to its low taxes, proof of which is the fact that the country has over 150 banks. Conservative economic policies have also played a role in the country's economic growth, with an economy known for innovation and negligible inflation rates. Number 2. MACAU. This former Portuguese colony has established itself as the second wealthiest nation in the world, posting a 7.4% increase in its GDP per capita, which has reached $118,099. Its strong economy is driven primarily by tourism and gambling, earning the title largest gambling center in the world. Compared to other gambling economies, Macau has reaped the most benefit from the sector, continuously posting the highest gambling revenue in the world since 2006. Visitor arrivals have likewise increased, shooting up by 8% to 16.81 million during the first 6 months of 2018. Although these income sources have been consistently delivering, moves to develop the administrative and manufacturing sectors are underway. And number 1, Qatar. Ranking first in our top 10 richest countries in the world is oil-rich Qatar. Its robust economy, which has been outperforming the rest of the world, is powered by its well-established petroleum sector, which accounts for around 85% of its export and 70% of total national revenue. With a population of only around 2.639 million, Qatar enjoys the economic benefits of a small nation blessed with vast oil resources. The country in recent years has employed surplus revenues from the oil sector. Aside from this, the tourist trade has also been contributing to the national coffers, along with its steel and fertilizer exports. But Qatar's economy is far from perfect, relying on expat labor to keep its economic engine running. The government does not levy any taxes on Qataris, letting them enjoy their earnings in full, along with the national health insurance that the government sponsors. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to The Daily Hit for more videos. See you on the next video.